Hello. Okay, I was trying to figure out why my thing is not working. I think I figured it out. All right, here we go. So I have a border on here and I was trying to figure out why it wasn't working, but I had it zoomed in. So, hello, welcome everyone, and thank you for coming. And good morning. Good morning, Stephanie. Simply Blessed is my friend Sandy, and she's a VIP kid teacher, and she has changed her channel from a teaching channel to a Simply Blessed channel. You might want to look that one up. It's really, really amazing. I love it. She's just really a good, I don't know, she just explains her day and simple things of life, and I just really enjoy her channel. So you could check that out. I'm just right now, I'm changing my size of my letters here for my website. I don't know why it's so different on here, but this is my website, cindybennettconnection.com. So you can go there to find out the companies that I work for. You can get a free iPad user's guide for VIP kid teachers, and you can see some of the classes that I teach for Outschool. And there's more to come. I have more things in mind for growing my teaching online business. And I just wanted to say I am still working for VIP Kid, and that's my main company. I am working about 20 classes per week, and I really enjoy it. I'm also working for GoGo Kid, and so you may see on my channel that I have become a GoGo Kid brand contributor. So I'm going to be working on some videos for that. So that's a little bit of a challenge because it means I need to up my game in my video creations and things like that. So I have some friends who started like the same time I did, and their channels are growing even more than mine. And so I'm just kind of trying to figure it out, see what's working. Hello, Kelly. And Kelly's also the GoGo Kid brand contributor. It was really cool because we got asked to do it at the same time. So we'll be making probably similar videos, I would imagine, but I'm trying to think, outside the box a little bit, not do the same videos everyone else has done. But of course, all of the videos that we do have to be approved by GoGo Kid. And so we have to send them the outline. It has to be approved. They check out the video before it actually goes on. So they do want to, obviously, if they have their name on it, they want to make sure it's got everything in there for the for the company. And so it's a privilege to be asked to do that. Like, they may have seen that they may not have really liked my videos that much, but they saw that I was promoting their company. So they probably thought, hey, let's, see if she wants to do this officially. So, and we get paid a little bit. And if we get lots and lots of subscribers, like the more subscribers you get, not subscribers, but views on the video, then you get a little bit of extra money. So go watch the video, press like, send it to your friends just to help me out. I would appreciate it. And also, if you are not teaching for GoGo Kid, this is the month, May 1st. You don't need to, but I'm suggesting that you would, because if you want a second company, they are offering a bonus this month for the month of May. Anybody who signs on to the company, you open 20 PPT slots. Okay, so that's 20 primetime slots. And even if you don't get booked, you still get the $200. If you do get booked and you get some teacher issues like teacher IT or teacher no-show or anything like that, that would disqualify you from the $300. So you can check out my video for more information, but it's a really good deal. And if you already teach for one company, you know kind of how it goes. And also the hiring process is really easy. One of the things that kind of held me back way back, like a year ago, was a lot of people were saying that they were trying to get an interview. They couldn't find a time that would work for them. And then when I finally signed up, I realized they're not doing the in-person interviews. They're doing kind of an online, they have a really succinct online 30-minute or 25-minute demo type thing where you just do everything all in one. And so it's very simple. It's very user friendly. They have a lot of good training videos and things like that. So good morning, Luann. And let's see. Hello, Kathy Kelly. She's my knitting friend. Yeah, how's the knitting going? I had a really great knitting meetup with some of my, actually, I usually put the maximum 30. I can't remember if that's the suggested maximum or not. But the first time I held the meeting, I had 30 sign up and only 15 showed up. The last time I had maybe 20 sign up, and I probably had most of them signed up. I think I might have had 12 or 13 that came, but I think there was one knitter. So if you're watching this video and you would like to come, you're a VIP Kid teacher, you'd like to meet up with us, chit chat at the knitting meetup, you can come even if you crochet, if you do any kind of craft. If you like to draw, you can come and just chat with us. Luann, yeah, hi. And I actually had my first Go-Go Kid class, and it was a student no-show. Interesting. I like the curriculum. It was helpful for me to learn the platform now. Yeah. So the platform is a little bit different. They have some games and things like that. It's a little different, and just, knowing where all the buttons are. They also have a feature where you can put the teacher onto the stage. So you press the button and then you can kind of go into the scene with your student. So that's kind of cool. And you can move it around. And so I feel like with Go-Go Kid, you need to be prepared with some more like extension words, but you also need to be careful not to use too many of the, extra words as usual. So that's kind of a thing. And yeah, I think it's really fun to do another company. And so I've been watching some of the videos that they have on their workshop, the workshops and things. Cindy couldn't get herself. Yeah. I think it was my second class. It was a student that I'd had the second time, and I just loved her. And we just seemed to connect. And then all of a sudden I pressed a button and it wasn't that I was on the stage. It was that my whole box was the whole box. Like it switched. You know how VIP Kid has that where you switch, and I could not figure out how to switch it back. And actually what happened was the parent had to call the company, and I was just like, I'm so sorry. I was going to cancel the class because I was like really flustered. And the parent called the company, and the company told me to switch the classroom, and it went to an old classroom. And so there were no bells and whistles, but we got the job done. So I had to call IT the first time I did full screen at Go-Go Kid. So maybe that's an issue with new teachers. So Kathy says, not much knitting here right now. Final exams are looming for my master's program. Ooh, I taught a trial at Go-Go Kid last night. Very fun. Very cool, Kathy Kelly. I'm excited for you. I didn't know you were doing your master's program. Great. So I just wanted to tell you that I'm thinking of doing the Groove funnels. And if you're thinking of doing a course, stay tuned, because it's a really great place. You would pay one fee. You can do your website. You can do a shop through them. You can do a course through them. Everything's online in one package. And you also can do an affiliate program. So if you find other people that want to join that company and they want to do the same thing, then you can get a commission off of their sign up. So it's a really good program. I signed up under Casey Oswald because she's been doing videos about it. And I'm thinking that I would really like to do it because I have some things I want to do, and it's a really good place to, you know, if I haven't started yet, I don't have to switch everything over. I can just do it there. And if there's classes that you want to teach, like say there's people that I meet in everyday life, I can say, hey, go to my website or send me an email. We'll send something up. Outschool is, I think it's kind of hard because you can't, it's kind of got a little bit of a lag in between the students and the teachers, I feel like. But I could be wrong. I might not be using it right. But I thought maybe for what I want, I'm thinking of a vision. And as a vision, it might be more conducive for me to make my own kind of thing. So I'm thinking about it. And so if you're interested, let me know. And yeah, so I'm looking at one of the things that I found this week. I haven't used it yet. Have you guys used Fiverr? Fiverr. It's kind of like a place where you can hire someone to help you do something. Like say you want a logo done, you can hire them for that. If you want a website done, you could hire them for that. I saw this on Simply Serena's. She made a video about it, and I'm really looking for someone that can help me kind of create my website a little better, like be a little creative, make it kind of a branding type thing. And I don't want to pay a ton of money. So if you know anybody who does that kind of thing and they want to work with me on that, let me know. But otherwise, I might check into Fiverr unless I meet somebody that really I can work with and, you know, whatever. So that's kind of what I'm thinking. I have thoughts and plans for the future, so I'm hoping that it will pan out as I go along. But I've been learning a lot. Now, I do want to tell you, those of you who are still with me right now into this video, it's 12 minutes in. I wanted you to look into checking into New Hampshire. There's a lot going on in New Hampshire. I'm actually going to be going to present today all about homeschooling. And there's a lot of reasons why people might choose to homeschool right now. And so I'm going to be talking about it with another lady who's also a homeschooler. And so I might make some videos about homeschooling as well. And I know a lot of people have, you know, last year they had to homeschool. They didn't have any choice. They had to bring their kids home and they had to learn either online or do the books or whatever like that. So honestly, my dream thing would be to have a really good school with really good teachers and rules and everybody follows along and we have a good life. But that's my perfect world. I love school. I love education. I love learning. I love people. I love the whole idea of school. But we need to be realistic about our culture right now. And we need to be careful and look at it with eyes open, look at the reality that we're facing, and do what's best for our kids. And even if that means that we are inconvenienced or that we give up more than we wanted to, whatever it is. The kids have already suffered enough. And so there are ways that we can just, you know, just like we've had to do online, pivot, right? We have to pivot and we have to kind of look at reality straight in the face. I think one of the YouTubers says that, Think Media. I watch a lot of his videos and he says, you know, just punch fear in the face. And, you know, in a way you have to just make your face look at reality and not think about what you could have had or what you wanted to have, but what decision can we make today with the realness of what's going on in the world. And so I think that this is a time where we can be parents, and we've realized that we can do without a lot. Like some of us we like shopping as a hobby. Well, I don't really like shopping that much anymore. So we can shop online, pivot, find something that you want to do, that you enjoy doing, that you can do, and go with that. So you can look into New Hampshire. I'm not going to say a lot. I do have some videos on my channel about New Hampshire, so you could probably figure a few things out there. So let me know if you have any questions, if you want to know more. But the mainstream media is not sharing everything that's going on in the world. They're just sharing what they want to share. So I'm just giving you a suggestion if you're interested in world true news. And so in New Hampshire, we're sort of being inundated in many directions, and it's becoming really it's difficult. So what I've been doing is I've been getting together with other friends and people that we can learn from, and we can even, like, I have a video about learning. We went to a friend of mine, we were outside, and we took a piece of wood and we made it into a spoon. And my kids really had fun doing that, just whittling, and we were outside by the fire. And, things like that are things that are just great memories. That's what kids need right now. They need to be away from the electronics, and they need to just enjoy life. And so look for those types of things that you can do. And it doesn't even have to be something that you pay. I did pay for that because she had a friend come who was like a wilderness adventure guy. I really liked him. And he taught them how to whittle from a spoon. He also taught them how to start a fire without matches. So that was really fun too. So think outside the box and think about all the things that your kids can learn without having to be boxed into a school setting. And so my opinion is that parents are in charge of their children. They hire the school to teach their children. It is not supposed to be that the school forces their opinions on your kids. It's supposed to be that you're sending them there for the academics, not for all of the other ideas that they may come up with. And so I think that it's time for parents to take control. And I know it's hard because, like, if I only had 2 kids, I would be far removed from the school system right now. And people who are young, they might not realize everything that's going on. So you have to kind of trust the older people at this point. Somehow who is in charge has become upside down. Exactly. And I've known this for years because my oldest one, she went to public school for a couple of months, and I went into the school and I said, I don't want my kid doing this, and I don't want my kid doing that. And, I was a little different than most of the other people. And the teachers were like, wow, you're weird. And I'm like, I'm just teaching my kids the way I was taught. I don't like your progressive ideas. And then she thought I was kind of weird. But when I was in school, I remember kids that had other religions. They had, sat during patriotic songs and flag stuff. That was, the minority, but we didn't treat them badly. And we respected them because they had their, had a right to their opinions, but they didn't like force it on everyone else. And they didn't make us feel bad. We didn't make them feel bad. We just let them do what they believed in. And so now it's gotten to where the pressure is just so strong. And so, my suggestion is to you to look at it realistically and be brave to make a good choice for your family. And, be ready to help others because, there might be people in the community that they don't know what to do and they need a teacher. So maybe you could make yourself known in your community, and you could, help them with your classes online, or you could help make a class, tailor make it for the kids in your community. You know, you could work out a plan of some sort so that we can, the best thing is to get as many kids out of the public school as possible. If they realize, hey, where's all the kids? Maybe they'll realize that's not what we want. So Luann says, I worked in the school and knew that it was happening. I pulled my kids out 7th and 8th grade to finish their education. So yeah, it's been like this for a long time, but people wouldn't listen for many years. And then now it's gotten so bad that maybe they're realizing it's beyond reasonable. And so, yeah, I went to Christian school in 9th grade, and I knew myself as a child. I didn't want to go to the high school. As a child, I was like, I don't even want to go there. Like, I just was done with it. And it wasn't because I didn't like the teachers. I really liked the teachers, but a lot of the teachers, but the philosophy was coming through. The students were very bullyish even back then. And I just felt like I was suffocating in there. So my parents sent me to a Christian school where I had a real education. I mean, it was amazing. I actually went to a boarding high school, and I was only in 9th grade. It was not $1 million, and it wasn't because we were rich. I mean, there's private schools where, you know, very wealthy people send their kids. This school was for the average family, and the prices were lower because the teachers were there as servants. They did get paid, but not much. And it was kind of a ministry type thing, but they were top quality people. Like, they should have been paid $1 million, but there wasn't $1 million to pay them with. So we worked hard. I mean, we had real history, real English. We worked hard. We were there. We had no TV at all for the entire week that we were there. It was about an hour from my house. So every Friday night, my parents would come get me. And every Sunday afternoon, I would go back to the school, and I would stay there overnight all week. And we had no TV. So every night we had a study hall, and it was from 6 o'clock or 6:30, maybe 6:30 to 7:30. Then you had a break, and then you went back for another like 45 minutes, and you would go to the study hall at the school building, and the girls were in one study hall, the boys were in one study hall, and we would study. And if you got a high B average at the quarter, then you could study in your room. So that was an incentive that we could, if we did well on our grades, we didn't have to go to the study hall where we had a teacher monitoring, and you couldn't talk, and you had to you know, actually study. So fortunately for me, I was able to study, and I did most of my studying in my room. And like a lot of time, like we would be with a friend and we would study together, ask each other questions, but we really, really studied. Unfortunately, my children, they don't know that feeling, because we've either homeschooled or the schools they've gone to have not been that rigorous. They've learned a lot, but they're not that rigorous. And I've never seen anything as rigorous, but we wanted that. Like, we thrived on it, and we loved it. And we also had choir. We went sang in choir, and we sang songs. Like, we had a program, and we would travel around to different churches, and we would share the whole program. It was like an hour-and-a-half program where we memorized stuff, we did songs, and it was just an amazing experience. And so we did that. We had sports, you know, the regular sports, and we competed against other Christian schools. But it was the only one of its kind where you stayed overnight in our area. But the reason we had it a boarding school was because there were people from all over New England that went there. We also had a few people from Florida, in all other, you know, a few from other states as well. And so Luann says, her kids experienced both. They always share that they wouldn't change a thing. They loved homeschool. Good. Yeah. So, there's a lot of advantages, but I guess in my family, with 13 kids, we have had our times where it was difficult, and they do like other kids. So they want to be around other kids their own age and stuff like that. But they know that they learned a lot more. So my older kids, they read like fiends, like they read everything. So that even if they only read books, they got a well-rounded education. And then toward the end of their like upper grades, we actually did Bob Jones University had a satellite program where you put your satellite up on your house and you could have the classes streamed into your house. And that was really fun. We did that for a few years. And so it was, the next thing was going to be on the computer online. So now actually we do DVDs from that Christian college. So I love the history and the science especially. And like yesterday, they were watching all about like tornado chasers, storm chasers. It's just a really good way to have their organization, and it's not just reading books and answering questions, and it is from a Christian perspective. So I really like it. It does cost a little more than some of the other curriculums, but I really like the videos, and sometimes we just watch the video and we don't do a lot of extra other than that. But right now I feel like at least we're doing that much. So yeah, so those are my thoughts, and that's what's going on here. So I'm hoping that I can extend my knowledge and help other people in the community that might want to homeschool, and give them the, maybe the help they need to make that choice. I met a lady the other day, and she said she came home at COVID and she has 2 special needs kids. And they had all of this extra help at the school. But then again, there were times that they were kind of like in a group and they weren't attended to her, desires. So when they came home in 2020, she went ahead and taught them herself, and she's been enjoying it, and it's been working out for her. And so she's going to keep doing it. So, I think that, like I said, in a perfect world, I loved my education in my high school. I just loved it so much. And that school is still there, but it does cost a whole lot more than it did back when I was in school. And now they have a lot of students that come in from the town area. So it's not all boarding students like it was when I was there. So, the world has changed. Lots of things have changed. And so you just have to go with it, right? But there's also a lot more curriculums, a lot more access to information now than there ever was before, too. And on the other hand, you look back, and I've always said through the years that George Washington, he had a Bible. For many years, that's the only book he had. And so I'm not sure if it was a Bible and a dictionary or just a Bible. It's been a while since I've studied that, but I know like Abe Lincoln was the same thing. They read the Bible, and there's good English in there. There's good vocabulary in there. There's good morals in there. So those are the things that make a good person. And knowing things and having knowledge is important, but having that foundation is even more important. And that's how you can grow to the best that you can be. And so, so as teachers, we can help others. I know a lot of these teachers here are veteran teachers, and we've also taught online. So we know a lot about computers, and there's so much that we can help people with in our community. A lot of people, they may have to, pivot their job. One of the ladies I met, she makes soap, and I'm going to buy some soap from her. That's another thing I'm going to do, is look around at my community and try to buy things from local people that are making things. I know Evelyn Joy does that a lot. Just look at your local people find out what they do, what they make, what their business is, and try to support them so that they can, you know, thrive during these changes that are happening. And so, yeah, so those are my those are my things that I'm talking about. So I do have a busy day today, and I also have an OutSchool class in just a few minutes. I have a student for math with baby animals in just a few minutes, and I've enjoyed her. I've had her for quite a few weeks in that class, and I am doing some classes with only one student, but I also want to open up. I'm thinking about doing some tutoring or one-on-one, opening one-on-one classes as that was suggested. And I think that might help me to, you know, meet more people and maybe help people one-on-one. And sometimes I'm doing it for really cheap because I still want to teach the class even though only one person signed up. So I'd rather just make a one-person class, charge the right price for that. And it might not be making buckets of money like some people, but at least it's more than $7. So anyway, all right. Well, thank you guys for coming to my video. If you come later, thank you for checking out the video. And if you're not subscribed, give me a thumbs up and subscribe, and just come back and see what's new with me the next time. I usually come on Saturday. I do a chit chat every Saturday. And then usually during the week, I'll put 1 or 2 videos up about whatever it is that's going on. So yeah. All right. Well, thank you guys. And I hope you guys have a great day too. Thank you so much for coming, and happy teaching. Let me know what's going on with you. Type some comments in the comments below and let me know what you're up to. And if I can help you with anything, please let me know. All right. Have a great day. Bye.